number 23, Jason Mensch, who met Barber in the pocket.
Yeah, you see him creep up there, get past the right tackle, and nobody got a hand on him. He had a free shot there at Samuel Barber, and it's going to push Waynesburg back a handful of yards for a 3rd and long.
It's going to be 3rd and 11. Barber from the shotgun. He'll take the snap. Pressure comes from Bladel. He fires to the far side, and his pass is nowhere near his intended target in Trout. So that'll be a 3 and out, and here comes the punting unit for Waynesburg.
I don't know if that was a miscommunication. The ball came out weird for Barber, but Isaac Trout came in, went to take the route across the middle, and it looked like Barber was looking for him to take the corner, go out towards the Waynesburg sideline. So it's going to be an early punt on the 2nd drive for the Yellow Jackets.
Back to return is Guida for the Wolverines. He's standing at his own 24-yard line. Clock sits at 9:47 left in the first. High snap, but it's corralled. Sestoki gets the punt off, and there is a flag for the hit on Sestoki.
That's Ben Bladel.
Tyson will down it at the 40, but that's not where the ball will stay.
And the coaches on the Grove City sideline are pleading that Ben Bladel got a finger on the ball so it's not roughing the kicker, but the referees are not going to hear any of that. They're going to give Waynesburg a new set of downs for the offense.
We talked about last week how it hurt Waynesburg. This time, a Bladel mistake will put Barber and company inside Grove City territory down at the 46.
And that's not a mistake you're going to see all the time from Ben Bladel. If I had to guess, he's coming after Sam Barber on this play. Kind of like Jadeveon Clowney's play, you know, South Carolina, Michigan State. He's going in to take a helmet off here.
Barber takes a snap. Pressure comes from Bladel, who's the first on scene. Barber just heaves it up, and it's intercepted. Jack Jolly, the sophomore from Penn Trafford, comes up with a huge turnover. And what would have been Grove City ball at the 40 before the Bladel penalty, it's now Grove City 1st and 10 at the 45.
You see Ben Bladel there on the right tackle. There was just no chance there. Patrick Barber getting the start at right tackle today for the Yellow Jackets after a scratch from Dalton Scruggs. No hands. Maybe one hand got put on Ben Bladel before he got through the offensive line, but man, what are you going to do about this guy to keep him in check?
And that's one of those where you just wish maybe Barber takes the sack, stays alive another play, not lets this Grove City offense back on the field. Pfeiffer fires it downfield. Frazier had his man beat, but it's incomplete. Pfeiffer complaining about a little bit of a holding there from Boron at the top of the route, but the far sideline official disagrees. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Brennan Boron back there, the corner in coverage. Zaire Cortagera, Scott Frazier had him beat. A better ball by Pfeiffer, and it's a 14-7 game, or at least 13-7 pending the extra point.
Pfeiffer from the shotgun. He has Flatty next to him. He'll fake the handoff. Pressure comes from Waynesburg, though. Pass is over the head of his receiver. Intercepted by Cortagera, who goes across the 45, tackled down just short of the 40. A flag does come on the field, and I believe it might be a bench warning here from Waynesburg.
I see the hands over there for the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets. Jaquavius Valle-Smith threw his hands up at the referee as soon as the flag came out. Regardless, interception will stand. Waynesburg's going to have the ball. It's just a matter of what yard line it's going to be on. It's going to be a personal foul on the Yellow Jackets.
We'll see the interception here. The pass was intended for Ryan Heckathorn, but Flatty's pass over the head. Cortagera sitting in his zone on that far sideline, able to step up, make the interception.
Yeah, that's just unlucky for Heckathorn. He gets the fingertips on it, just goes right into the hands of Cortagera. Not the type of tip drill that you're looking for a receiver to a cornerback.
And Waynesburg didn't exactly get to Pfeiffer on the play, but the pressure from the inside of the offensive line may have caused that high pass. Flack gets the ball, and he'll get to Waynesburg's 46. The penalty will push them back to their own 45. 9 minutes left to go in the first. Score even at 7 apiece. Grove City take one. Waynesburg takes an interception back. We'll see what Waynesburg can do almost at midfield. They'll give Flack a yard on the last play, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Barber looks to the near sideline, fires down. It's caught by Romantino, who makes a man miss across the 50, pushed out of bounds at the 42. And it'll be a first down.
It's a Waynesburg Yellow Jacket first down.
That's Samuel Barber just looking at his first read there. Romantino on the out route, gets the pass, beats the corner, and puts the corner to the side, attempting the tackle, able to gain that first down for the Yellow Jackets.
Romantino now set up on the far sideline, Trout on the near sideline. They bring in a heavier set. Barber takes a snap, hands it to Flack. Flack goes right. He makes two guys miss before he's met at the second level around the Grove City 39. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Second down. 6 to go.
Clock continues to run here. 7:46 left to go in the first quarter. Barber again from the shotgun. He'll take the pass. Pressure comes from both sides. A little dump down the Flack. He has a block out in front. He gets across the 30 and down to the 25 before he's tackled down by Dom Majalico.
And that's just that design screenplay for Justin Flack. You see the pressure coming. You see that the defensive lineman able to get pressure on Barber, but the dump off the Flack, he's going to take it down that left sideline, put Waynesburg just a few yards shy. It looks to be a little roughed up after the play.
Yeah, and if you're Waynesburg, this is not what you want to see. Justin Flack slow to get up. After the running back screen went enough for a first down and then some. So while Flack gets looked at, we're going to take a look at other games around the PAC happening today. Every single game in the PAC starting at 1 o'clock. Geneva is at Allegheny. Geneva started the season 0-1. Allegheny got their win here at Waynesburg last week. Teal will play Westminster at Memorial Field. St. Vincent goes to Carnegie Mellon. W&J will go to Bethany, and Bethany will start the season this week. They had the bye week last week. Obviously, with the unbalanced schedule in the PAC with 11 teams, there's going to be one team that has a bye every week leading up to the end of the season. Bethany had the first week bye, which is interesting. You don't see too many teams not be able to play that first week of college football, so will be interesting to see if Bethany comes out of the gates itching to get at a W&J team that won convincingly last week at St. Vincent.
Personally, if I'm the Bethany Bison, my home opener, my first game of the season, the Presidents are not the team I want walking into my house after a 51-0 win over the Bearcats.
Barber takes a snap as Flack was able to get off the field on his own power. They'll hand it off to Dagan Williams. Zane Colley. Got about 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 as the clock goes inside 7 minutes here in the first. Barber takes a snap. Again looks to pass. He saw Flack in the flat. He decides not to toss it out, Colley in the flat. Decides not to toss it out. Keeps it himself. He'll get close to the yard to gain, but they'll mark him a yard short.
It looked like in the middle of the field that Barber was looking for Letta, but he slipped in the middle of the field. He's trying to have a comeback route there in the middle, and the slip forced Barber to have to scramble up. And Waynesburg now with a 3rd and very manageable 3rd and 1.
They need 3 feet. Romantino and Trout to the near sideline. They bring a guy in motion across the formation. Barber takes a snap, gives it to Colley, who gets enough for the first down. Makes a guy miss across the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Zane Colley. Welcome to Waynesburg, his first on the season, and they will go up 13-7.
Last season, Zane Colley didn't get a ton of playing time. You got Justin Flack in front of you. You have Hunter Cameron in front of you. He's making the most of the time he's able to get. Breaks the initial tackle, breaks the second, and the safety just not able to get over there in time. That's a way for Zane Colley, with Hunter Cameron out today and Justin Flack dealing with injury, to put his name out there and potentially work his way up the depth chart.
Shestoki's PAT is up. It looked like it may have been touched on the way through, but it goes through. It'll be 14-7 with 5:51 left to go here in the first. So after both teams came out opening, scoring on their drives, after 2 turnovers, a few penalties from both, the Jackets are the next team to strike.
Yeah, you have Waynesburg open up the scoring with a big 81-yard touchdown from Justin Flack. Then you have Grove City come down. They answer with a Parrish touchdown and a pair of interceptions. Waynesburg able to make the most out of the interception that Cordegera was able to grab. And now they've got a 14-7 lead very early in today's action.
It'll be Guida, the one back to return with Gabe Dunlap. Shestoki, the one to kick it off for Waynesburg. Waynesburg will give the ball back to Grove City here, up 14. It's fielded by Guida inside the 5, across the 20, met at the 25, where he will eventually be brought down. And Pfeiffer will come on looking to correct the mishap on the last drive, where he just floated a ball too high above the head of Heckathorn, and that's when Cordegera was able to jump in and turn the Grove City misfortune into some Waynesburg fortune.
Yeah, Pfeiffer last week didn't have to do a lot in the air. 6 for 11, 69 yards, a touchdown. His only pass to Scott Frazier has been an incomplete pass, batted down by Cordegera. He's been up to the task so far today.
Pfeiffer takes a snap. He'll hand the ball off. And the run will go for maybe a yard. Waynesburg getting that second level. The linebacking core able to get in there, fill up the hole, and stack them up. A flag does come in late on the play. So we'll see what the call is from the lead official today, P.D. Harris. It'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Waynesburg, so Grove City will definitely take that, moving the ball up closer to midfield at the 41 to be exact. 42, excuse me.
Waynesburg's had 3 penalties already in this first quarter. One was a holding on the opening kickoff, and then you get 2 unsportsmanlike conducts. Those are 2 very unnecessary penalties for Waynesburg.
And the defense made the play. They stacked him up. It's fine to be excited, but you can't go overboard, especially after what happened last week with the 17 they committed against themselves. Pfeiffer takes a snap, looks to the far sideline. He'll fire in and out of the hands intended for Frazier. Another flag comes out.
Again, we'll wait for the call from P.D. Harris. Grove City appears to be backing itself up. It's going to be a holding call on the Wolverines and push them back to a long new first down.
So it'll now be 1st and 20 for Grove City.
After the penalty, first down and 20 from the 32.
The yard to gain is the Waynesburg 48. The ball right now is spotted at the Grove City 32. Pfeiffer takes a snap, reads the guy on the edge, and he'll be brought down after about 2 yards on the first down option.
That's Jemuel Cypress, one of the transfers for the Waynesburg University Yellow Jackets that they picked up. As you can see, the read option play, he looked to toss out, but ended up keeping it as Pfeiffer, and Cypress just met him there right on a short 3-yard gain.
.440 left to go here in the first. The Jackets lead it 14-7. Pfeiffer surveys towards the far sideline. It's caught by Frazier at his 48. He'll be wrapped up and pushed out of bounds at the 47. The clock will continue to run as they give him forward progress. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 6. Grove City quickly to the line. 20 seconds still left on the play clock. They'll look to the near sideline to get the signal. Calls delivered. Play clock now down to 6. They get set. 3, 2, 1. And the clock expired, but the referees determined he got it off in time. The pass to the far sideline incomplete. Waynesburg will hold him on 3rd and 8. A flag does come out after the play.
It's just another careless penalty by the Yellow Jackets. After the play, Chase Nicomatti pushes down one of the offensive linemen of Grove City. I believe it was Dalton Ford, the left tackle.
Yes, it was.
So it's going to force another Grove City first down on another careless penalty by the Waynesburg defense.
And that's a senior for a head coach, Dr. Cornelius Coleman, that committed that penalty. You hold him on 3rd down, bound to get the ball back. And just like that, instead of having the ball on your own side of the field, Grove City now has the ball in Waynesburg territory. So it'll be a new set of downs, 1st and 10 from the Waynesburg 39. Heavier set for the Wolverines. They take the snap, hand it off to Flatty, who gets to the far sideline and is tackled down by Cortagera. It'll actually be Valle Smith who was able to get to Flatty on the near side, on the far sideline run.
Grove City moved with a little bit more pace now to compare that play with an expiring play clock.
3:12 left to go in the first. The Wolverines trail it by 7. 2nd down and 4. Snap, handoff to Flatty again, who goes to the far sideline. A flag comes out once more in the Grove City backfield. They're going to spot Flatty at the 29. We'll see if they determine if it was enough for a first down, but we do have the penalty ensuing. And it'll be a holding call against Grove City. So it'll push them back 10 from where the ball was originally spotted. So it'll be Grove City 2nd down and 14 from the Waynesburg 43. Clock continues to run. 2:40 left to go here in the first. Pfeiffer takes the snap, looks to the near sideline. Frazier, incomplete. Locking down Frazier was John Stewart, the sophomore quarter from Lancaster, PA. And it'll bring up another 3rd down. This time Grove City have it all to do, needing 14 yards.
And you can see Cortagera's been getting most of the coverage on Frazier today. And yes, it's still in the first, but now John Stewart's stepping up to the role, and he's got one-on-one coverage on this near sideline.
Yeah, playing pressed up at the line of scrimmage. Pfeiffer takes a snap, looks to Frazier on the near sideline, just too far, but a flag does come out. It looked like at the end of the play, at the top of the route, Stewart may have got a little bit too grabby on the jersey of Frazier. And Grove City will most likely get a second chance here. And that's what it is, a defensive pass interference on Stewart. So we'll see here. And a just right there. It looked like maybe he had the back of the jersey.
After the penalty, first down Wolverines.
I mean, the referees have a way better view than us down there on the field. We have our head linesman down there, Rusty Mitchell, making the call. A few of our line judges as well, Jeff Adkins, Shane Snyder, part of the referee crew today.
So it's now 1st and 10 after the PI. Grove City again bailed out by a Waynesburg penalty. Pfeiffer takes a snap. He'll give it off to Parrish, who goes to the far sideline. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Give him 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Brought down by Jemuel Cypress.
Clock just above 2 minutes. 2:05 left to go here in the first.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Jemuel Cypress getting the tackle for the Yellow Jackets. And Waynesburg already collected 6 penalties. They're on the way to break the yardage from last week's game against Allegheny. Not quite the total, but it's just a bunch of costless penalties, and I think the ones that stick out are the 3 ones that came after a play was over.
Flatty comes in for Parrish at the running back spot. He stands to the right of Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer goes to the far sideline. It's caught by Frazier,
Pfeiffer's pass complete.
who won't get the first down, but it'll bring up a more manageable 3rd down and what looks to be 3. Ball just outside of the red zone for Grove City at the Waynesburg 21. They need to get inside of the 20 to the Waynesburg 18 to get the first. They bring in a heavier set. It's Parrish the back. They line up in an I formation. Tamburino comes across the formation. They give it to Parrish to the near side. He goes. The far sideline official spots him at the 18, and they'll signal for a first down. Move the chains. A big 3rd down conversion right there to keep the drive alive for Grove City. We'll see here. A physical run, met the hole with some speed, and the Waynesburg defense just couldn't hold him back.
Yeah, one of the safeties for Waynesburg coming downhill there on that play, attempting to try and push Parrish back, but he was able to get that forward progress and pick up a new set of downs for Grove City.
1st and 10, they give it to Flatty, who's met behind the line of scrimmage, but he'll dive forward for about 2, brings up 2nd and 8. 10 seconds left here in the first. And it looks like Grove City content to just let this one run out. So we'll flip sides. It'll be 2nd and 7 on the opposite end of the field. Waynesburg does lead it, though, at the end of 1. 14-7. We'll be back here on the Waynesburg University Sports Network after the break.
A message from Team Hope and together with veterans, Greene County Suicide Awareness and Prevention Teams.
If you are feeling down or feel as if you're losing hope, please remember you are not alone. Your self-care is important.
For help, call the Greene County Crisis Line at 1-800-417-9460.
Or dial pound 63288 or dial 9